It started with a man who was very, very rich and in love with a lady named Miss Harry. But deep down inside, he knew his money was the only one she wanted to marry. 2 weeks later, he proposed and was nervous about it too. So he walked straight up to the pretty lady and said, Miss Harry, I'm in love with you. Next thing you know, they were married away, happy as could be. Mrs. Harry shouted and cackled, I finally have money. 2 years later, the twins were born. It was the beginning of an end. Mr. Harry was struggling to make life meet amends. Money ran dry. Mrs. Harry was straight down rude. If you don't find money, I want nothing to do with you. The twins grew up to their parents fighting all the time. Their mother was supposed to be as sweet as sugar, but turned out more sour than a lime. One night in the middle of the woods, Mrs. Harry had a sudden outburst. I don't want to live here. As a husband, you are the worst. She pulled a gun out of her skirt and shot him in the heart. The twins sat frozen with fear, not knowing if their hands would ever part. Miss Harry ran from the scene of the crime as fast as she could flee. Twins sat on the log, as scared as they could be. Suddenly, they stood up and ran to their father's side. They sat over his dead body as they cried and cried and cried. Dad, can you hear me? Said one twin, their voice hoarse. No sound came from the stone cold corpse. We will avenge him. Yes, we will. They ran from the sight and up the hill. Happily, they began to plot their father's revenge. Suddenly, they dropped, dead on the spot. Smiles were on their faces as their bodies sat to rot. Now they say that in these very woods, you can hear the couple fight. And on the hill where the girls died, a faint picture of the word revenge is spelled in the starry night. Nearby, the people who heard the gunshot that night found it very scary. But now, you can tell your friends that you've heard the tale of Mrs. Harry.